Ladies and gentlemen, Gintu rearrest is looming. He's provided a clear information about it and is accusing somebody of this rearrest and is even calling somebody's name. This is itself is dramatic and is dropping a bombshell. So guys, Gintu laments, and lamentation is at its top of the voice and is continued on an onslaught of this particular person that is accusing.
Coming out from this kind of the people, and even the sickness is there. So you can just see the Directorate of Criminal Investigation. These are how the things are just running. This is the paper here, and I saw much of the people talking about Gintu. We are not sure about whatever was coming in. So guys, I've just went there and I talked about gonna be getting there and getting my GoPro out and getting my, maybe they could give me all my stuff, because even they took my sunglasses, talk about the cape, they took everything from me. So today when I just went there, I've just been told, oh, you know what guys, the days have been extended to 7 days again. So what are this for? And for the real fact I want to tell you is we have some of the quagmires, and we can talk about they are just demagogues
That
who are
is
just
Gintu, and Gintu has said everything at the loudest top of his voice. Gintu's GoPro has already been seized by the police because he was told to go back for them. Then he was served a letter telling him your GoPro is seized until further notice. We've seen Gintu provided us with an evidence or with a note or with a cheat from the police itself, from the DCI, exclaiming that an extension of his seized GoPro, maybe to a later date on 29th. He's provided because Gintu in itself is saying that people are now trooping to the police station to add other cases. Therefore, this is what we want to deliberate on. We want to look at the possible scenario that it's Gintu rearrest is warranted for or not. And why it's Gintu is accusing the DavyJnr. He hasn't mentioned the name, but he has given us the probable incident in his act that happened, which directs it to DavyJnr itself. We are going also to look at the situation like that. Why at this particular juncture? To what really culminated Gintu's arrest in the first place? Therefore, we'll get to know why the Gintu rearrest is looming going forward. So guys, if you're coming across this video and channel for the very first time, kindly click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a video, YouTube shall notify you instantly. To my non-subscriber, may God bless you abundantly. So let's dive in straight away. Welcome back to my YouTube chit chat. My name is Inazak and this is my YouTube channel. So guys, there are probable incidents that Gintu is pointing finger at DavyJnr that its arrest is looming going forward. This is the culmination when Gintu was arrested for the first time of beating police. We don't call it assault, but we call it a felony. That was a felony itself. So that is a pending case. But what really resulted into beating police? Police were on a quest, were on a journey to apprehend Gintu because there was case level against Gintu. You remember when Gintu trespassed and started filming the DavyJnr's construction and calling its name, the trespass itself, and even talking heinous things on DavyJnr's family and DavyJnr as a whole. That's what culminated Gintu's first arrest. But what happened? He committed a felony towards the police. The police arrest you for a felony, therefore there are the charges that were also procured against you. What really happens when such things happen? When you're arrested, the police will call the person whom has got a case leveled against you to provide them with the evidence. Well, I will explain that one at the progression stages of this video. Perhaps let's watch its Gintu claiming. And where are the GoPros? Because Gintu was promised to go back for the GoPros. What really transpired after that? So let's dive in straight away.
Went to the DCI because they just came for me and arresting me. That's what the real fantastic point. And we just sorted them the way it was just claimed to be. And everything is just already settled out. So they just talked about Gintu. You could just come out on after 6 days, and today I just went there. But what I'm just being told, because I have already the paper here, I don't know if the paper is just around here, so I can just check. What's the real report coming out? Today is today, tomorrow gonna be another day. And let me check on how the paper is just running. Guys, you can read from this kind of the paper here. Let me show you. This is the paper. It's the paper that you can just spot there, and you can just have a little bit. My signature is there. This is my signature. Much of the people talk about Gintu, everything is so fantastic. So extended to 29/04. 2025. That's what is coming out from this kind of the people, and even the sickness is there. So you can just see the Directorate of Criminal Investigation. These are how the things are just running. This is the paper here, and I saw much of the people talking about Gintu. We are not sure about whatever was coming in. So guys, I've just went there and I talked about gonna be getting there and getting my GoPro out and getting my, maybe they could give me all my stuff, because even they took my sunglasses, talk about the cape, they took everything from me. So today when I just went there, I've just been told, oh, you know what, guys, the days have been extended to 7 days again. So what are these for? And for the real fact I want to tell you is we have some of the quagmires, and you can talk about they're just demagogues who are just inflating this kind of the capitogenic, this kind of the things, are just kept holding to this kind of the affinity way. To the real fact is that I've just went there and I've got this kind of talk about the demagogues of this kind of the people all always talking about here. I just already went there and talking about, oh, you know, there's a boy who came here, Gintu came here to my house and shot some videos in my house inside, and I never gave him the authority. This is the stupidity of the Aristotle and lunatic psychopathism things that are ever being performed with much of the magic people who thinks about they're going to be holding everything. They think about they're going to be having much of the money here to talk about, oh, they're going to be
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just listened to Gintu explaining and lamenting the reasons why his GoPro is seized, and the reasons why his arrest is looming, and why is Gintu at the end castigating DavyJnr. Because I'm wondering, why should Gintu castigate Junior? I want to explain those three things, then I will give my take-home address. Because everything that you provide here is for information, review, entertainment, and as well, you get information that are so useful, which are so informative. One, Gintu GoPro is seized because the investigation is still ongoing. It is not about the police anymore, but because the police knew that the Gintu arrest was of two cases. About the DavyJnr, that he trespassed DavyJnr's compound, filling it without unawares, and started talking bad. And again, committing crime, which is a felony against the police officer, the state officers of the government, the authority itself. Therefore, it was of essence that the tool for trade, the vlog kit, to be apprehended by the police, which means by that time, police was forecasting that this case will drag a little bit longer. So the most reasons and probable reasons why police normally confiscate all these things is like for investigation and exhibit going forward, because those are the kits that Gintu used to trespass DavyJnr's construction site film. So this is what they were seized. So that police will always seize it, and police will always give you a timeline to go and collect it. Gintu was given after 7 days you go. But when Gintu went, Gintu met a shock of his life. The rearrest itself is looming because there were cases that were already added. And what are these cases? Gintu is pinpointing DavyJnr for all this kind of arrest. I've told you the culmination of such kind of arrest. Gintu was trailed by the police at the construction site, was being arrested accompanied by the Congress dad, because Congress dad and the DavyJnr's family escalated the case to the police. That was his main reasons why he was being arrested in the first place, but he committed a felony against the police officer. This rearrest that was done, the second one, it was against the police officer. So it's a case that's connected. Therefore, police are never wrong to start investigating into those two cases. This is why the GoPro itself could never be provided, because Gintu is facing charges against the police and charges with the DavyJnr's. So there are two cases plus other more. That's why you see Gintu is panicking, and Gintu is saying is left about the GoPro, and it was issued with the letter itself. Remember when I came here, I told you, bail itself and serving its term, it's one of the fundamental rights of any suspected criminal in Kenya. You'll be given, so long as you are not a flat rate, so long as the terms of this kind of bail itself has already been served, has already been directed by court for you to be given itself going forward. So this is the reason, and this is a factual thing, that Gintu was given bail. So at this moment, when Gintu went, Gintu was served with the letter and he was told until 29th, simply means another 1 week or 2 weeks or so was added unto the 7 days itself. Simply means the investigation is not yet exhaustive. Investigation is not yet expedited. So police will hold it until they finish the investigation, the profile charges, and Gintu is rearrested and arraigned into court. Now, police can decide to give you, or the court itself will decide to pronounce itself on such kind of exhibition, of such kind of belonging that police confiscated. So the court will order for you to be given it back. So at this moment, Gintu forget the GoPro, it's being seized because you have pending cases. This is why I was telling you, it is not yet over, because Gintu has got several charges to deal with the police. Police is on the Gintu neck because of a felony. DavyJnr and the family also has procured charges against, because these are the factual finding that Gintu itself was served at the police station, the DCI itself. So at this moment, it's Gintu to stay calm, Gintu to wait its looming arrest and cooperate, or else it will be drama. It will be a very dire consequences of its Gintu if you happen to also take tactics that are never warranted for. It's for you to comply so that all these cases itself be exhausted, but you cannot take police how you want to take it. It's good. Your subscribers can decide to buy you another GoPro. You can forgo that one. But what I know, once the police have conducted the investigation and are finished with the case itself, your tools of trade and vlogging kit, you will be given back. So there is no looming alarm. The only looming alarm is the rearrest. By the time you are trespassing DavyJnr's construction site and making some kind of a silly video and a BS video itself, you never knew such things are ills and crime. Now, they've been taken over by the police, and the police are now questioning you that your tools kit and vlog kit itself, including GoPro, has been seized until further notice. That one alone doesn't warrant vexation itself. But for you to understand, it is not injustice. Because you committed felony against the police, you trespassed itself. So at this moment, you have to stay calm. Making further video, castigating DavyJnr and calling that family with other kind of adjectival name that are never making sense will further deteriorate your existing in this space. Simply means you will be apprehended and taken to the bars. The best thing is like you refrain, or the good thing that you need to do is cooperate. If I were Gintu, I would go ahead and make my video content. You cooperate with the police. You know, your basic demeanor itself can turn the case over. Simply means police itself could be seen as this guy as basic demeanor itself is speaking otherwise, as cooperated with us, you know. But if you become a deviant and a tyrant, excuse, and ever being told by subscriber to go fight, being told by subscribers to go make good friends with all the OCS in the entire Kenya Anzi, for them to overturn the case, it itself won't work. The OCS is a police officer. The OCS that you are telling Gintu to go and befriend, his officer was injured and the felony itself was committed against him. Therefore, the OCS can never be such silly to cooperate with Gintu. Because Gintu has proven a substantial number of times in this YouTube space, being arrogant toward the police, calling police the demagogues. Are you there? And all sorts of names. With all that glare evidence that's already police is having, therefore Gintu itself must cooperate. If Gintu doesn't need to cooperate, then Gintu existing in this space and the YouTube state freely, that freedom itself shall be curtailed. Once it's presented to court, then you might find yourself being rearrested and taken behind the bars. So let me know what you think at the comment section. Until next time, this is Senior Zach.